A Mother's Day massacre in Indianapolis. There's no other way to put it. John Jastremski alongside Ian Begley. Ian, you've seen a lot of bad basketball going back a decade. That's got to be as bad as it gets.
Given the spot that they're in right now, you want to win one of these games in Indianapolis, and they just were not competitive from the jump. I mean, you saw Indiana getting rebounds, regular rebounds, and just getting things in transition that they shouldn't be getting. So this team did not have the verve, did not have the energy that it has shown you all year long in big games, and to me, that's troubling.
Ian, I look at the loss of OG Anunoby, and it is troubling beyond belief for the Knicks. You think about it, Anunoby, the three-point defense, the Knicks' three-point defense in this game was deplorable. You think about Anunoby matching up with his former teammate, Pascal Siakam. Siakam getting whatever he wants with the New York Knicks right about now. Ian, how's this team survive without Anunoby?
I don't know if they can, and I don't know if Anunoby is going to make it back anytime soon. Tom Thibodeau saying earlier Sunday that Anunoby hadn't started running yet in his rehab from the hamstring injury. He's just doing pool work right now, so I would assume he needs some time to progress to running and then to getting cleared for contact. So it seems like at the very least we're not going to see Anunoby in Game 5 on Tuesday.
Okay, so this team bruised, battered, beaten, Jalen Brunson, Hartenstein. Give me the vibe within that Knick locker room after this game wrapped up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes even after losses, there's conversation. There was no conversation in this locker room. It was a quiet locker room. I think the players got together after Tom Thibodeau left the locker room and addressed each other after this loss, talked about what needed to be cleaned up just as a group. And then you see Isaiah Hartenstein, you know, he has a nerve issue in his shoulder after he fell on it in the first half, and he really wasn't using that shoulder, that arm to do anything, to move around, to take off his shirt, anything. So that tells you that, you know, his issue could be lingering into Game 5. So it's just yet another injury that this Knicks team might have to deal with going into Tuesday.
Ian, it's now a pick'em series in Vegas as we get ready for Game 5. Indiana with all the momentum in the world. From an adjustment standpoint, obviously those Nova boys, Knicks are not going to survive if they get off nights from Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo. But what adjustments can this team make after just getting throttled here and missing an opportunity in Game 3 with a 9-point fourth quarter lead?
I think there's got to be a way to slow Miles Turner down a bit, and there's got to be a way to do a better job rebounding the ball. The offensive rebounds, Indiana's been pretty much even, and that's an area where you thought New York would have a significant advantage. One thing that I don't think is going to change is the idea that Jalen Brunson is playing hurt. He's not going to talk about his foot and how much it is bothering him, but it's clear he doesn't have the same burst. He doesn't have the same lift because of that right foot element, and I don't think it's going to get any better over the next 2 days.
It's going to be a raucous Madison Square Garden on Tuesday, and the Knicks are going to need that crowd, because I think if we see a situation where the Knicks lose a Game 5 at home, I don't think they're playing a Game 7, but we shall see. Ian Begley, John Jastremski.